Hello guys, and welcome to probably the first, and I'm hoping only ever, controversial video I do on this channel. Now, I haven't rehearsed this at all. It's just something that's triggered me quite a bit recently, and I don't understand how you guys, not everyone involved, cannot see what the problems are here. So I'm going to be talking about the Runelite client. Now, I understand this is going to probably get a lot of hate off you guys, and I understand that not everyone is going to agree with my opinions on this, and I do see why, but I think you should really open up your eyes and understand why Jagex is banning this client. So, for example, I've been watching a friend's video, and I had so much respect for a friend, but he's just making it out as if that RuneScape want OSBuddy to make more money. It's got nothing to do with that at all. Like, pull your head out of your ass, mate. Like, what it's to do with is the fact that it's open source, so their code is available to everyone on the web. Yes, okay, their code is out there in other aspects, but they can actually pinpoint a source from it here and get them to take it down. Now, as Jagex has clearly stated, there are 500 different versions of this code and whatever else out there, so they can't just shut down one source or close that one source without closing down the other 500. It's just not possible for them to do that. If Runelite closed their client down and reopened it, rebranded it under a different name as it being closed sourced, I can't really see them being a problem with that, as long as they took out some of their plugins as well. For example, people were making guides on how to do gorillas and things like that, stuff that should actually take a player a bit of skill to do, and the client is just doing it for them. It's just telling you when to click here, when to put what prayer on. How is that not overpowered, and how can you not see that? OSBuddy has features in there. It's just like an item overlaying skin. All it does is show you things. For example, your trackers, it will show you your fishing spots, stuff like that, what to cut, like when you're not chopping anymore. That is slightly different than actually telling you how to do a full Inferno run, which I believe is something that Wooks was working on. That is insane. How can you not think that is overpowered in the slightest? And like I said, guys, I am very passionate about this, and I think that people are reading into this way too much and giving Jagex way too much hate on this. Like, I just don't understand. Open up your eyes and look at it from their perspective. Eventually, in a month or two, what if everyone in the game had an Inferno cape because they could just add a plugin from a game that a client that was free? Like, it's got nothing to do with that. Yeah, I agree, OSBuddy should be completely free too, but they spend a lot of time working with Jagex, obviously, like, developing the client and stuff, so I don't think OSBuddy will get shut down. Again, it is closed source. It doesn't act like a bot client. It's not reading all the bits of code and translating all of that back to you. Like, if you don't understand stuff like about programming and things, you might find it's really hard to understand, but it's not that difficult when you actually look at how all the benefits that you're... Forget the fact that you have to pay for OSBuddy. If OSBuddy was free, for example, Konduit and OSBuddy are very similar. They have the same... People keep referring to Konduit as... Not Konduit, sorry. People keep referring to Runelite as taking over OSBuddy, and Jagex not wanting OSBuddy to be the dominating or whatever. It's got nothing to do with that. Like, and if you honestly think that, then you're stupid. Runelite is completely different and out of its league to any of the other third-party clients. Yes, it might seem great to you guys, but it's borderline cheating on the game. Like, OSBuddy you can compare to Konduit quite easily. There are a lot of things in those clients that are very similar. If you want a free version of OSBuddy, use Konduit, it's fine. If you want to use a paid version, like me personally, I use OSBuddy. Like, I don't have a problem with that, and I don't have a problem that Konduit is free. What I have a problem with is the fact that Runelite is taking it to a whole new level, and how can they think that pushing the boundaries this much isn't going to question it by Jagex, rather than pulling in at the last second and saying, yeah, we'll work with you, blah blah blah? Why not get in contact from the start? Why not try and help them out from the beginning? Like, they're acting all innocent and stuff in this, and I just don't, honestly, I don't understand, guys, how you can think that this is such a fine thing for them to do and to process. Like, honestly, like I said, I've said my bit now. I hope you guys can understand where I'm coming from, and I just want to see all the flaming stop. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, the client has gone too far. If it closes down and reopens, like I said, as a closed source client, and gets rid of some of the plugins, it can have every plugin that OSBuddy has plus a few more. And then, yeah, it would be fine. Not a problem with that. Maybe even telling you what phase is next on Zora. I wouldn't have a problem with that. Maybe telling that the gorillas are going to change prayer, but maybe not necessarily tell you what prayer it's going to change to. Like, there are just some things that take it a little bit too far, and I hope you guys can see where I'm coming from in that. But anyway, my birthday tomorrow, so peace out, have a good night, see you soon.